Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In this segment, we are going to talk about the command and the negative commands associated with derived verbs. Before we do that, though, I just want to quickly review the command verbs that we studied with our Salati Mujarrad. So, Salati Mujarrad are the basic verbs where we just have the three root letters. And when we talked about the command verb, we dealt with second person, and then we talked about third person and first person separately. The most basic command verb is in the second person tense. And as we've discussed before, the command verb is only for present tense verbs of fail mudare. And the rule was that we remove the initial ta. So this is the ta which indicates present tense and second person. And then we add an alif at the start of the verb. If the ain letter, which is the middle letter, has a dhamma, then the alif would also get a dhamma. If the ain letter has a fatha or a kasra, then the alif would get a kasra. And we put a sukoon on the lam letter. And if at the end we have a noon other than the female plural noon, then we would remove this noon. So just very quickly, if we have the verb daraba, so this is a quick test. Daraba, how would I, so daraba means to hit. How will I say hit him?
Idrib.
Hit him. So I'm also adding this him over here.
Idribuka. Idribuka.
Him. Yeah, idribhu, exactly. So the first thing we do with daraba is change it into the present tense, which would be yadribu. But then we need to go into the second person, which is tad ribu. Then what did we say? Remove the initial ta. So we remove this ta. And what do we replace with? An alif. And since there is a kasra over here, we put a kasra. So this becomes id rib. And I said that the lam letter, so we put a sukoon. So this becomes id rib. And then since I said, so idrib just means to hit. So it's a command hit. If I say hit him, it would be idrib buhu. All right. So a little bit of an operation, but once you do it often enough, it becomes easy. Okay. So just to make sure you're with me, how would I, so I'll ask Dr. Shafiq now. So how would I say help him? Or actually, let's say help her.
Nasraha. Nasaraha. Insaraha or insaraha.
So actually you need to go through the whole operation. So help her. So what is the present tense? How do I say
Yansuru.
So
Nasara yansuru.
Yansuru, exactly. But then you need to go into second person. So what would that be?
Insar.
Second person.
No, Tansuru.
Exactly. So second person is tan suru. But then this is a command. So what do I do?
Unsur.
Exactly. So since this is a command, it becomes un sur. But then I am saying help her. So how does the her part come? No, just her, singular. Unsurha. Okay. So this is something we studied before, nothing new. I'm just sort of revising it because these concepts are going to be to some extent reused. All right. So this is our second person command. Then we talked about the third person and first person, and why do we lump these together? The reason is that the rules are the same. And what's the rule? We keep the present tense indicator. So let's focus on the third person. Let's say that verb is nasara yansuru. So yansuru, nasara yansuru. How do we say he should help her? So he should help her. He should help her is third person. So we keep the present tense indicator. We add lame amar at the start. So what does that mean? Adding a lame amar means that we add a lam zer li yan, and then we make the verb majzoom. What does this mean?
Yansur.
Exactly. Li yansur means he should help, and then if I say he should help her, then we just put a ha at the end. If I'm saying he should help you, then it would be li yansur ka. All right. So very basic rule. We keep the present tense indicator. So the ya is not removed. We add the lame amar, which is lam with a kasra. We make majzoom. And then if there is an object, then we simply add the object. So this is the rule for the third person and the first person. All right, and the example is shown over here. So yaf'alu becomes li yaf'al. For first person, it would be li af'al. So this looks like a la, but it's not a la. It's a lam kasra li, and then the alif is for the first person. So li af'al, and we should do would be li naf'al. All right. Then we talked about a negative command. So with a negative command, we add a la and make majzoom. And this is very simple. If our verb is yakzibu, this means he lies or he will lie. If I now want to say that he should not lie, then we add the la and we make the verb majzoom. So la yakzib is he should not lie. And this same rule, adding la and making majzoom, applies across the board. Here we don't have a different rule for second person. With a negative command, the same rule applies for third person, second person, and first person. And again, just to hammer in the rule is that we add a la in the beginning and we make majzoom. And just to remind you, majzoom means that if we have a dhamma, that becomes a sukoon. If we have a noon, so for example, over here, yakzibu na, the noon gets dropped, except if we have a female plural noon. So the female plural noon never gets dropped. All right. Now, everything I said so far was revision. Hopefully, either you knew it already or it jogged to your memory and you know it now. Moving now to Mazid Fi. And we will start out with second person and then move on to third person and first person. I'm going to say a few things which might look complicated initially, but if you've learned the 8 babs that we've discussed earlier, the Mazid Fi, then this should become relatively easy. And I hope you've learned them in the same order that I gave you. And I also hope that you've learned the classic examples that I've given you with every bab, because that's what I'm going to base this discussion on. All right. When we talk about Mazid Fi and we want to make a command, there are 3 basic categories. So category 1, category 2, and category 3. In all cases, when we want to make a command, we start with fail mudare, and this is similar to what we've seen before. So step number 1 is to start with the fail mudare, and we remove the mudare indicator. the mudare indicator for second person invariably will be a ta. So step one is to remove the ta. So these two things are for all categories. But then what we do after that depends on the bab. With some babs, when we remove the ta, the first letter will have a vowel. So for example, if we take bab tafil, and in bab tafil we have sarrafa, yusarrifu. So I'm going to actually write this down. So sarrafa, yusarrifu. Yusarrifu. In second person, this would be tusarrifu. Notice that with this bab, this is bab taf'il. So because it's sarrafa, tusarrifu, tasrifan. So this is bab taf'il. If I remove this present tense indicator, the first letter, which is a sa, has a vowel on it. So when there is a vowel on it, then the rule is that we just remove this present tense indicator and make the verb majzoom. So majzoom would mean that this becomes tusarrif. So actually the ta is moved. So the command would be sarrif. Why is there a sukoon on the fa? Because as we've done before, to make a command, the verb should be in majzoom form, which means that at the end, if you have a vowel, that becomes a sukoon, and if you have a noon, then the noon is dropped. So sarrif is the command. Okay, this same process applies to all the babs. So bab tafil, bab mufa'ala, bab tafa'ul, and bab tafa'ul. These are all the babs where when you remove the present tense indicator, the letter has a vowel on it. And I'm going to make you do all these shortly. But right now I'm just explaining the rules for the three different groups. So we've discussed the first group. The second group is these babs, babe iftial, babe infal, and babe istifal. For these babs, what's special about these babs is that when we remove the initial present tense indicator, then the letter that we have has a sukoon on it. So it doesn't have any vowel, which means that we will need to add an alif. This alif is called a hamzatul wasl. A hamzatul wasl will have the alif and the kasra, and this hamzatul wasl means that if there is a fa or a was before the letter, then it is going to simply jump over this letter. So for example, if we have istansara, then the fa is going to actually jump over the alif. The alif will not be pronounced. So hamzatul wasl is not pronounced when you have a letter, or when you have something that is before the letter, and we'll see examples of this. So this rule is very similar to what we have with the salati mujarrad. So the basic second person rule that we discussed earlier with salati mujarrad. And then the third category is bab ifal. So there is only one bab in this. Here we put a hamzatul qata. Hamzatul qata is an alif with a fatha, and this is always pronounced. So we don't just jump over this ever. We do always pronounce the alif. And as I said, in all cases, the verb is made majzoom. All right. Okay, now let's do lots of examples, and then hopefully this will make sense.
यार क्या बना उसका? हाँ बोलो। मैं कह रहा हूँ क्या बना उसका बेटा?
Okay, I'm just going to hold for 1 second. I just need to answer this call.
क्या? अच्छा. हाँ. अच्छा अच्छा चलो तो पूरे पैसे देंगे ना मतलब इंटरेस्ट के साथ देंगे ना चलो
You need to mute
Okay.
some people.
Yeah, can we, I'm just going to mute. If somebody is
Sure.
talking, I would request they mute themselves. But this part, okay, so this part is going to be somewhat interactive. Okay, let me just see if you can now.
इसलिए मैंने फोन किया था और बाकी सब सही है ना
Okay, 1 second.
वो
Somebody is
अंपा बैठ के
talking.
अग्री करते
I thought everybody is mute. Okay, okay. All right. So the first bab, babe ifal. So the classic example under babe ifal is akrama yukrimu ikraman. So I'm going to actually write this down. Akrama. So akrama yukrimu. And then this is actually akrama yukrimu ikraman. So now so first of all, what does this mean? Akrama means to give respect.
Yeah.
So if I am commanding you, okay, give respect. What do I say? So give respect. First of all, between these categories A, B, and C, where are we?
C.
We are C. This is babe ifal. So akrama
Ifal.
yukrimu ikraman. Ikraman is like ifalan, and that's called babe ifal. All right. So what do we do with babe ifal?
Yeah. Akrim.
Yeah, the first thing is second person. So instead of yukrimu, what should we say?
Tukrimu.
Tukrimu. And then we drop the second person. Actually, we drop the mudare indicator. So we are left, when we drop the mudare indicator, what are we left with? Kaf, ra, and then we need to make majzoom. So notice this kaf, when we drop the mudare indicator, the kaf has a sukoon. Right? You can't start with a sukoon. The first, so how do we deal with this problem?
The alif sabar.
Exactly, we add an alif.
Akrim.
And with bab ifal, this is the only bab where the command has a zabar on the alif. In all other cases, be it salasi mujarrad or all other babs that we've discussed, in a command, the alif will have a kasra, if an alif exists. The only bab where there is a command and the alif has a fatha is babe ifal. And this is a hamzatul qata, which means that the alif is always pronounced. If I say and respect, so I'll say wa akrim. So the wa will be pronounced and the akrim will also be pronounced. If I want to say and so respect or respect your parents, it would be fa akrim waliduka. So notice I would say the wa or the fa and then I would pronounce the alif. So akrim and then respect whoever I'm commanding you to respect. So this alif is called a hamzatul qata. This means that you need to pronounce it. Okay. Next, I did this before, but I'm going to do it again. This time I'll make you do it. Sarrafa yusarrifu. So this is sarrafa yusarrifu tasrifan. This is bab tafil. So sarrafa yusarrifu. Yusarrifu. Okay. So this has multiple meanings. One meaning is to sort of explain over and over again. Another meaning has to do with how the winds keep changing their direction. So now, how do I create a command out of this? What's the first step? First of all, you need to recognize which category is this. So we are done with category C. So now it will be either A or B.
Yeah.
So what category?
A.
It's obviously category A. The first letter has a vowel. So once you remove the ya, you are left with, so So Sawt. So, and then how do I end this?
Sarrif.
Sarrif.
Sukoon.
With the sukoon. So sarrif means explain over and over. So this is a command. All right. Then the next one is babe mufa'ala, and there the classic example is qatala yuqatilu muqatala. So, and this also should be a revision for you because you need to know all these babs. So qatala yuqatilu yuqatilu and muqatalatan. Okay. So how? So this means to kill. So qatala is he killed. Actually, this actually means to literally means to murder. Qatala is to kill. Qatala is where you actually actually this means to fight. So you're actually fighting with each other. So how do I command you to fight? So which
Qatil.
category is this in?
A again.
Exactly. This is category A. So if I want to say fight, so I would say remove the mudare indicator. So this would become qa and then
Qatil.
qatil. Okay. So this means kill. All right. Next. Next is babe tafa'ul taqabbala yataqabbalu taqabulan. All right, so I'll just write this down. So taqabbala. So taqabbala yataqabbalu. Yataqabbalu. Okay, so this means to accept. How do I command? So let somebody else do this now. So let's have Farooq. Can you do this? Is Farooq there?
Yeah, I can. I pass this one. I was just away for a minute.
All
Yeah,
right.
will it be
So,
iqtabal?
okay. Can your
Iqtabal.
Dr.
I can
Shafiq
do it.
yataqabbal?
We drop ya and put Hamzatul Wasal.
No, actually, if you
And
drop
make
the
it
if one
majzoom.
second, if you drop the ya, then you are left with
Taqabbal.
taqabbal. So notice the ta, when you drop the ya, the ta still has some action on it. It has a fatha. So whenever you drop the mudare indicator and you have your first letter with some action, then you don't need the alif. You only need an
Okay.
alif if there is a sukoon.
Okay, fine.
So what does this become? The
Taqabbal. Taqabbal.
exactly. So this becomes taqabbal. So this becomes taqabbal. All right. The next one is babe tafa'ul. I'll skip that because that's very similar, but I'll just say it. So that is taqabala yataqabalu taqabulan. So so let me just write that down quickly. Yataqabalu. So this becomes taqabal. So this is like taqabbal. The other one would become
Taqabul.
taqabal. All right, so same idea. Okay, then we get into the ones where we need a hamzatul wasl. So babe iftial, infial, and istifal. These are the three ones at the bottom, number 6, 7, and 8. All right, so so what is babe iftial? Ijtanaba yajtanibu ijtinaban. All right, so ijtanaba yajtanibu. Yajtanibu means to avoid. Like even in Urdu, we say ijtinab karna, which means to avoid. That's babe iftial. Ijtanaba. Okay, so somebody who hasn't had a shot. So Aziz Saab, can you tell us what the command would be? So if I'm commanding you to avoid, how would I say that? Yeah.
Remove. Yeah.
So when I first thing is to remove the Mudare indicator, so that would be a Jim with a Sakoon, and then Ta Ni Bu. So what can I, like Jim with a Sakoon, can I start a word with a Sakoon?
We have to put Hamzatul Wasal.
Exactly. So put the Hamzatul Wasal. Hamzatul Wasal has a Alif Zabar or Alif Kasra?
Kasra.
Exactly. So Ijtani, but then I need to make this Majzoom. So how do I do that?
Put a Jazm on pay.
Exactly. Ijtanib. Okay, now what does this Hamzatul Wasal mean? So if I say, if I'm talking to you and then I'm saying, so avoid, the so would be fa. Okay. Now when you see something like this in the Quran, so if there's a fa, the fact that this is a Hamzatul Wasal means what? How would you read this?
Ajtanib.
Fajtanib. So notice when I said earlier that you will jump over the alif, like the way you actually see this in the Quran, the alif won't have anything on it, and then the letter on after the alif might have a sukoon or a shadda, which means that, you know, we've been taught this as kids, that we just jump over the alif. So the name for that alif that you jump over is Hamzatul Wasal. But if this word is appearing standalone, so if the word is just standalone, so you see this alif and then the jim, te, noon, be, and you know from context that this is a command, how would you pronounce this? Exactly. Ijtanib. So the rule
I have
that
a
you...
question over here.
Yeah, please go ahead.
In Quran, usually Hamzatul Wasal, they don't write any Zair Zabar or anything over
Exactly.
there.
Exactly.
And in Arabic form, they put a swad on it.
Yeah, they put a little squiggle like this on top. That's true.
Yeah.
So what's the question?
That was the question.
No, so what you are saying
To
is
make it
correct.
myself clear.
Yeah, you're right. As in that's
All right.
That's because in the Quran, normally there'll be a fa or a wa, or you'd be connecting from before. But if this is the start of an ayat and you don't want to connect from the previous ayat, you want to just start reading, then you need to know this grammatical rule, because without knowing this rule, you would not know whether to say ujtanib or ajtanib or ijtanib. But now that you've studied this and you know from context that it's a command, normally the squiggle means that it's a Hamzatul Wasal, and almost always with Hamzatul Wasal, it's either going to be a Kasra or a Dhamma. It's never going to be a Fatah. When will you have a Dhamma? Do you remember? What sort of command will have a Dhamma?
If there's a vowel on it.
No, it will have a Dhamma for Salasi Mujarrad, where the
Yeah,
middle
the
letter
on the
has a
second
Dhamma.
letter.
Exactly. But for all the Mazid fees, the last three, Babe Iftial, Babe Infial, and Babe Istifal, will always have a Kasra. So if you are in doubt and are guessing, the safest guess is the Alif with a Kasra. All right. Same rule, Babe Infial. Can somebody remind me, for Babe Infial, what's the classic? What's the example that I told you to remember? Anyone?
I think it was with Fatara.
Very
Yeah,
good. Very
in
good.
Fatar.
In fatara yan fatiru in fitarun. Okay, so learning those is very important. So the verb is yanfatiru. Yanfatiru. Okay, so who just, I think that was Taha. So Talha.
Talha.
So,
Yes,
Talha,
sir.
so tell me, make a command out of this.
This would fall under category B.
This would
So
be
we-
actually category B. Very good.
We're going to drop the ya and add Hamzatul Wasl
Exactly.
and make it mazzoom. So unfatir.
Actually, all the Hamzatul Wasl means alif with a kasra.
Oh, sorry, infatir.
Infatir. Okay, so this is a command. And then the last one, Babe Istifal. Does somebody remember the example that you need to learn for this?
For istafal or
Yeah, for Babe,
Istaf-
for
Istaf-
Babe
istafar or
Istafar.
istafara.
Istansara yastansiru
Oh,
istinsara.
istanfara. Yeah.
All right. So Dr. Ghani, why don't you do this? So istansara yastansiru. So yes. What does this mean? Yastansiru.
Help.
Well, nasara is to help,
To seek help.
to seek help, to
Ask
ask for
for
help.
Right.
So yastansiru. Okay, now make a command. So I'm commanding
Yes.
you to ask for help.
Istansir.
Exactly. So you remove the ya, put alif, kasra, hamzatul wasl. Istansir. Okay, so this is commanding someone to ask for help. So what have we done right now? For second person where we have mazid fi, we've looked at how we make a command. So category B is a lot like what we saw with mazid fi. For category 1, it's simple because with category 1, you just remove the mudare indicator. You don't need the alif. Why don't we need the alif over here for category A?
Because you already have a vowel.
Already got a vowel.
Because
there.
you already got a vowel, so you don't need the alif. So you know A, you know B. The only sort of exception is Babe Ifal. This is the only place where you add a Hamza with a Fatah. So, and this is always pronounced. So this is Hamzatul Qata. All right. So this was the slightly difficult one, and I feel that it's still not that bad. But once you just, you know, all you need to remember is that there is this one exception called Babe Ifal. After that, you remove the Mudare indicator, and if you can just make the verb without the Mudare indicator because your first letter has a vowel, you're good to go. You make it majzoom and you're done. If you are starting with a sukoon, you can't, like, you need some action to move. And if you're not getting that action because your first letter is like stationary, it has a sukoon on it, then you need to add a Hamzatul Wasl before. All right. Okay, moving on. The rest is good news because with everything else, the rules are similar to Salasi Mujarrad. So with first and third person, you have the same as Salasi Mujarrad. Okay, let's see if you remember this. What did you do with first person? So for example, Nasara Yansiru. So Yan, what did Yansiru? Yansiru means he helps or he will help. If I want to change this into a command for Salasi Mujarrad, what would I do? Aziz Saab, can you remind us? If I want to say he should help,
Yansur.
actually this is yeah, how should he should help?
Yansur.
Well, close. There's something more. Anybody else can help?
Li answer.
Exactly. So
Li-
you
Lame
add,
Amar.
yeah, you add the lame amar li yan. So what are the rules? You add the lame amar and you make majzoom. So you keep the present tense indicator, so the ya remains. You add the lame amar and you make the verb majzoom. So this means that if I, for example, have for akrama, what's the present tense? Does somebody remember? So akrama is he showed respect. How do I make this into present tense?
Yukrimu.
Exactly. Yukrimu. Yukrimu. How will I say that he should show respect?
La Yukrim.
La or ex?
Li.
Exactly.
Li, sir.
Exactly. So li yuk
Li,
rimu or rim?
Yukrim.
Okay. So do I need to do this for the remaining 7 or you get the drift?
Get the idea.
What's the idea? What do you do?
You add li and make
Yeah.
it bazoom.
Exactly. So very simple. You add the lame amar, which is li, and make the verb majzoom. Just to test you here. So Talha, you are on a roll. How would I make this plural in the sense that they should show respect?
La yakrimu.
First of all, la or li?
Li yakrimu.
Well, you still have the you, the ya, li, yuk, ri.
Muna.
Would you do you drop the noon or you keep the noon?
I think we'll drop it.
Exactly, you drop it. So li yuk ri mu, you drop the noon. When there is a noon other than female plural noon to make majzoom, you drop the noon. So it would be li yuk rimu. Li yuk rimu means they should show respect. Third person command. All right. And then the same rule applies for all the other babs. Add the li and make majzoom. Okay. Do you remember the difference between lame amar and lame kai? So lame amar is li. Lame amar means that it's a command. He should, or they should, or I should, or we should. Whereas lame kai is when we say so that, exactly. With lame amar, the verb becomes majzoom. With lame kai, the verb is mansub, which means that the dhamma becomes a fatha. Also, with wa and fa, the lame, if we have a fa before, for example, and then if the lam is a lame amar, we just skip over it. It's sort of like a hamzatul wasl. Whereas if this is a lame kai, then the lam is actually pronounced. Okay, I won't spend more time on this because this is there in an earlier lecture. And the reason I brought this up here again is all these same rules, all the rules that we've discussed before, these same rules apply for mazid fi. Okay, negative command. The good news is this is same as salasi mujarrad. You add a la before and then you take the verb and make it majzoom. So how will I say do not show respect?
La
Someone-
yukrim.
So do not show respect would be exactly.
La,
So la yuk.
yuk.
So all you're doing is adding the la and then putting a sukoon at the end, so making it majzoom. So very simple. Negative command across the board. Third person, second person, first person, just add the la and make majzoom. Is this the same as Salathi Mujarrad? Yes, this is the same as Salathi Mujarrad. So the only place where Mazid Fi and Salathi Mujarrad are different is with the second person. And there too, the difference comes because with Salathi Mujarrad, sometimes you are stuck because when you, actually with Salathi Mujarrad, there are several verbs where when you remove the Mudari indicator, you don't need an alif. So that's the only reason there is a difference between some of the babs compared to Salathi Mujarrad. Okay. Then there is vocabulary.
At times the negative command is given by ma. Is that
Actu-
different to la?
Okay, the question is negative command versus ma. Actually, ma is generally used with fail madhi. So ma daraba. What does ma daraba mean? Ma daraba, he did not hit.
He did not hit.
Is that a command or is that a negation?
Negation.
It's a negation. So what's the difference between a command and a negation?
Negation, yeah.
A negation means that you are negating, you're saying that the event didn't happen, so he did not hit. It does not make sense to give a command in the past tense, right? You can say in the past tense that something didn't happen. A command only makes sense in the present tense or the future, right? So that's why there's no concept of a negative command in the past. Okay. All of us wish that we didn't do certain things in the past, but the past is past. All right. So ma daraba means he did not hit. So ma is generally used with the past tense. All our discussion today in terms of command and negative command is all with fail mudare, which is present or future. Okay, then there is this vocabulary that I want you to learn. So I have sent this to you both in English and in Urdu. Okay, let's see if you can do this now. Some of this we've already done, but let's just make you do this and then we'll do some. Actually, I want you to do this for homework. So this is going to be homework. Karuma, I'll just explain what you need to do. So Karuma Babe Ifal. So you want to, what I want you to do is convert Karuma into Babe Ifal and then make a command verb. Then Alima, change this to Bab Tafa'ul and then do the command. Then Janiba, change this to Bab Iftial and then come up with the command. Two of these we've already discussed, but you need to do this for homework. Okay. This also, I'm going to do the first two with you and then the rest will be homework. I want to see who can tell the difference between akramu. So here there is a fatha. Akramu, dhaifahum. Dhaifahum is guests. So dhaifa is guest. What does dhaifahum mean?
Their guest.
Their guest. Okay. And this is akrimu. All right. So to do this, can you quickly tell me, so for Babe Ifal, it's akrama and then what? So the three things, akrama, yukrimu, ikraman.
Yukrimu.
Right? Akrama, yukrimu. I'm just going to write this for you. And obviously I expect you to learn this. So akrama, yukrimu. Yukrimu. What does this mean?
Show respect.
Show respect. To show respect. Okay, so what's the difference between 1 and 2? This little fatha to kasra. So akramu.
Second one is a command.
Yeah, what is how to translate the first one?
Sure.
I respected their guest.
No. Akram. This alif is for I, or is this? Doesn't this
Show.
akram?
Oh, this is for the
Command.
They
Exactly.
yeah
They
respect
respected.
their
Person
guest.
is still the past tense.
Exactly. The thing here is this alif is not for first person. This alif is part of the
The
bab.
akrama, yeah.
Akrama. Akrama. What does akrama mean? What
To
is it?
show respect.
respect.
Showed respect.
He showed
them.
respect. Past tense. What does akramu mean?
They showed respect.
They showed respect.
Exactly. So they showed respect to whom?
To their
To
guest.
their guest.
Their guess.
To their guests. Okay. To their guests. Or to their guest. Zaifa. Zaifa is guest. Okay. Then what's this akrimu?
This is a command.
This is a command. So how did we create the command? So from yukrimu, we dropped the mudare indicator and we added an alif, and which is the only bab where the command will have a fatah?
Ifal.
Bab ifal. So akrimu, what does this mean?
They should show respect
No,
to their
no,
guests.
no. This is first person or second person or third person?
Second
Second
person.
person.
So you should show
You should.
respect
You should. Yeah.
Show respect to whom?
to
Your
their
guest.
guest. To
Your
your
guest.
guest, actually.
Your guest.
Guest or guests?
To your guests.
Guests with an
Yeah,
S.
yeah. So this is plural. So there are like subtle differences between 1 and 2, and you need to catch that subtlety. So all of you should. So all of you show respect to your guests. All right. So the rest now I want you to do for homework. This is testing a lot of material that you've studied in the recent past and not so recent past. Okay, so this is also homework. And clearly you need to learn all the babs. All right, and here is more homework. I'll just explain what needs to be done and then you need to do this. So in this column, I've given you the fail or the verb. The mada means the root. So with what is the 3-letter root over here? With
Karama.
So
Karuma.
kaf, ra, and meme. So that's what you put over here. That's the root. What is this bab? What's so
Bab ifal.
the way you do this exactly? I want this to just roll off your tongue. Akrama yukrimu ikraman. So ikraman. What is the mold for ikraman?
If Alan.
Exactly. If lan. And how do you say this? When you just say it, you say babe if al. Often like this, you don't have to say when you are naming the bab, you don't need to say, you can say if alan, but the more polished way of saying this is babe if al. All right, so you've given the bab. And then is this past or present or command?
Past.
Past.
So this is past tense. Is this third person, second person, first person?
Third person.
Third person.
Male,
Plural.
female,
Male.
singular, dual,
Plural.
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 Okay. All right, so this is what I want you to do for all the remaining words. All right.